Hello and welcome to another episode of CTV. I'm Ainsley Kiefer.
And I'm Julie Redner.
Let's get on to this week's announcements. This year's musical is The Little Mermaid Jr. They have an informational meeting from 3 to 4 next Monday.
Academic Super Bowl is looking for 6th through 8th graders to participate. The topic this year is Ancient Egypt. Teams are needed for language arts, science, social studies, and math. Please sign up on the office window if you're interested.
The Blue Angels team won't be going to state this year, but got Best Design Award. Thank you Addison Ivy, Karis Ivy, Max Fusselman, Samson Vickery, Scott Bates, and Tyler Wow.
Congratulations to the Thunderbirds for going to state. Alyssa Gilpin, Belle Ottinger, Olivia Craig, Brianne Thomas, Zach Dinman, Trevor Walker, Evan Camille, Tucker McClure, Nolan Williams. Good luck at state.
Monday's lunch will be nachos or stir fry with egg roll, broccoli with cheese, and peas with pineapple.
Tuesday's lunch will be chicken nuggets, cucumbers with celery, cauliflower with ranch, salad, and peaches.
Now on to a sports report with Grace and Colin.
In preparing for their first game, the 7th grade and 8th grade teams met up in a practice last Thursday to have a scrimmage. Both teams learned about themselves to get ready for their first game. As seen in the highlights here, the girls are ready to dominate their opponents. Their game will be Thursday, November 29th. They will play New Haven. 7th grade plays at 5 and 8th grade will play after. Good luck, Lady Cougars.
I'm Colin Jolis here for our weekly sports report. Our 7th and 8th grade boys are working very hard for their season and ready for it to start. 7th and 8th grade both play on November 15th against at Lakeview. 7th grade will play at 5 and the 8th grade will play right after. We will have highlights
next week.
Now to
an interview with Anna, who's interviewing Mr. Ringo.
This week on CTV, we had the privilege of interviewing Mr. Ringo for the teacher interview. Mr. Ringo is the choir director here at Crestview and has taught here for 4 years. Good morning, Cougars. Today I'm here with Mr. Ringo for our teacher interview. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so our first question is, how many years have you been teaching?
I've been teaching overall, this is my 7th year. I taught 3 years in Nevada, and then this is my 4th year here at Crestview.
What's your favorite part of teaching?
I think my favorite part of teaching is watching kids succeed when they think it's not possible. We have a very stringent rule in my classroom that the word cannot be used, as you well are aware. And I use that as a way to really get kids to be motivated in what they're doing. And so I really find that seeing that success is what drives me to continue to teach every day.
And third, who is your biggest inspiration?
You know, if I could get paid better, I would say it was Mr. McElhaney. After all, he was my 6th grade band director. He's just a little old. But in all reality, I watch my wife, who stays home, and every day we have 4 kids, and she is always really good about staying happy, even when the times get rough. Yeah, I come home, how's your day? It's been okay. You can see the tiredness, but you don't see the frustration, and that's just kind of an inspiration to me every day, doing what I do here, knowing if I have a rough day, it's still okay.
How do you separate home from school?
That truly is something I have not completely figured out yet. That's a tough one. I have found that as I go home, if I just spend time with one of my 4 kids, then it's good. If I go home and get behind the computer and I stay there all day, they're constantly going, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," and then I get frustrated. I'm not doing anything I want to do or need to get done. And so I find that if I go home and just spend time with them, it works out, and then I can find time towards the end of the evening where I can get on the computer and I can do preparation for the next day lesson. So audition and how to help with and be able to help with that. And if you can't make that meeting, just come see me and I'll have all the materials for you and the application, and all those things will be available for you even if you can't make the meeting.
Can you tell us a little more about the musical? What are some requirements to be in the musical?
So the biggest requirement of the musical is, can you breathe? We want anybody and everybody to be part of the musical. It's going to be a great experience. We're doing The Little Mermaid this year, and it doesn't matter what grade you're in, doesn't matter if you have musical experience, if you sing or if you don't, it doesn't matter. We've got a spot for everyone.
And finally, how did you decide on the musical The Little Mermaid this year?
I think it's always a tricky thing to pick the right musical. And I can't say I've mastered it. We've done some really great musicals here. I mean, I'm really impressed with what we can do here at Crestview. And this year, I kind of heard kids talking about musicals they really like. Yeah, it's eavesdropping, but it's also a way for me to really understand what kids are wanting. So I heard a lot of push for Little Mermaid, and I just kind of put that into mental note. And as I went through it and found the music, I started falling in love with some of the songs. And I was like, that's what we're going to do. Same thing for next year. I'm looking for and listening to what kids are talking about and trying to find things. The other part I got balanced too is Riverview does a musical, and so does the high school. And so I don't want to do something that they're doing or that they're going to do. So there's a balance there too.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, back to you guys.
Thanks for that teacher interview. Now on to Carly with Canned Food Drive update.
The Salvation Army Food Drive will be held this year from Monday, November 19th through Monday, December 3rd. We will be awarding a pop and pizza party for the top homerooms in each grade level. The second place homerooms will be rewarded a pop for their efforts during lunch. Please email your daily total to Mr. McElhaney. Our goal is to hide the bell behind me. Good luck, Cougars.
Thank you for that Canned Food Drive update. Now to Jokester Session.
Hello everyone, today we are doing the Jokester segment. Sadly, Ethan could not make it this time, so I found this random hobo off the side of the street. Now,
But you didn't put any money in my tin can though.
I'll do it after. Now, last week I didn't explain the rules. Ringo is our beautiful guest. He will be going first.
I get my laughs out now. You ready? All right, here we go.
This does not count. That did not count.
Here we go. Matthew,
Yes.
why can't you take a turkey to church?
Why?
They use foul language.
Was I really supposed to be funny? I thought it. No. Who's never hungry on this street? Who's never hungry on Thanksgiving?
No, point there. Point there.
Who is never hungry on Thanksgiving?
A turkey, because it's always stuffed. Ooh, man. Here we go. This is an honor, Mr. McElhaney. Why did they let the turkey join the band?
Why?
Because he had the drumsticks.
What do you call an evil turkey?
I don't know.
A poultrygeist. A poultrygeist. A poultrygeist.
Poultrygeist. That's pretty good.
So in total, I had 3. You had 2. I lost. Okay, bye. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you for that Jokester Session.
Now on to an interview with Michaela Learman up at the high school in Mr. Park's biology class.
I'm Julie Redner here with Michaela Learman from Mr. Park's biology class at the high school. She's going to be telling us a little bit about what project they are doing. So, what exactly is the project all about?
So we are doing a project to help the ecosystem, and anytime that you're helping out another animal or anything in the ecosystem, it's ecology. So we're getting donations from you guys to go take over to local animal shelters.
So, what can people at Crestview do to help out?
What you guys can do is come bring some like dog food, cat food, treats, anything, and put them in the bins that are going to be in the main hallway by the office, and just put them in there so we can donate them.
So, how long of a time period do we have?
About 1 to 2 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you for that interview. Remember, Crestview, bring in all of your animal items and put them in the foyer.
For that interview, Julia. This has been another episode of CTV.
Due to the shortness of this week, there will not be a full episode.
Keep it classy, Cougars!